ChattState is going mobile. Have you downloaded the app for that?
And has living in the networked world changed the way we live? Lee Rainey says it does.
Those stories and more on Today at ChattState.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
And I'm Cody. So Samantha, how are classes going?
Classes are going well. It's a little difficult to get back into the swing of things, but I'm getting there. What about you?
This semester's okay. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did my summer class. I took a film class over the summer.
Film class would definitely be interesting. The world is still reacting to violence incited by an anti-Islamic film on YouTube. The investigation continues into the creator's motive behind the controversial film, The Innocence of Muslims, is part of the reason behind an attack on the American consulate in Libya that killed 4 Americans, including a U.S. ambassador. A member of the film's production is coming forward, saying she had no idea the violence it would incite or what the plot of the film was even about.
You like Hollywood?
Yeah, I do.
Lily Dion had been in Hollywood a week when she answered an ad on Craigslist for an action-adventure film called Desert Warrior.
First job, first week in LA, just moved out here.
She met this man, Sam Basile, seen here for the first time on U.S. television. She says he was in charge of everything. Was it your sense he was the writer and producer?
Yes. Yeah, I really believe he was the writer. He definitely was the producer. He was the one writing the checks, handing out the money. He was running the show.
Under the name Sam Basile.
Mm-hmm.
The shoot, a little weird, but never heard any talk of politics or religion. The actors thought they were making a low-budget, cheesy film with little plot.
We did wonder what it was about. They kept saying George, and we're like, this is the Middle East 2,000 years ago. Who's George? But, you know, we don't really ask questions. So.
George turned out to be the Muhammad character.
He did.
The script handed out piecemeal, sometimes late at night the day before a shoot. Lily had no lines, but was asked to come in after the shooting was done to dub her voice over that of another actress. Other actors, she says, went to the same sound studio, also after the shooting was done, to record the words that sparked a firestorm.
They brought the actors in post and had them say specific words, like Muhammad, for example. Then they took, it was isolated, it wasn't in context, okay? So they said, say Muhammad. They're like, say Muhammad, why?
She says Basile, we now know his real name is Nakula Basili Nakula, was engaging and cheerful on set. There was no indication of the film's real intent or story.
So, like, I was shaking when I found out.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea. This is a movie that I thought nobody was going to ever see.
You were shaking when you heard about the ambassador's death? Or
yeah.
What? Dion feels betrayed by a man who pretended to be a filmmaker and a friend, Sam Basile, Nakula Basili Nakula, a convicted fraudster and identity thief who put all his skills together to pull off the role of a lifetime.
He had a vision, okay? Him and the director would get in arguments. He wanted things a certain way. He knew what he was doing. He was playing us all along.
In this town, a common experience, but the making of this film, the deception, its dark motivation, would be Oscar-worthy if hateful were a category.
Wow, amazing the impact that media has. Speaking of which...
Yes, well, the world we live in is much different from just a decade ago. Do you have your smartphone on you?
I'm on Facebook like right now.
Renowned speaker Lee Rainey spoke this week about how life in the age of social networking, mobile connectivity, and abundant online access has affected some of the basic ways that people interact and behave as citizens. Mr. Rainey is the director of the Pew Research Center's Internet and American Life Project and former managing editor of the U.S. News and World Report.
Another app you may want to look at is the new Tiger app. You can keep up to date with campus activities and events, a campus map to find your way around, and library and other resources at your fingertips.
Do you manage your money well? All week, the Career Services and Counseling Center has been sharing Chattanooga Chats workshops focused on money management.
I realized by spending so much on cable, I was kind of saying, it's more important to me to watch as much TV as I can than to really take care of my own body and be healthy.
Now let's take a quick look at this week's weather. Here's Jonathan.
It's going to be sunny and cool this weekend with highs in the low 70s. Not much rain to worry about. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Well, that's it for today at ChattState. Be sure to check us out each week online and on Comcast Cable 3.
Have a good day.